Hi, it's Cheryl with Caribou Country Lifestyle, and today it is March the 13th, and I am going to be starting peppers today. I have 9 varieties of peppers that I'm going to be doing, and most of them I'm going to be putting in my garden, and some of them I will be starting to sell as well. So I have a new variety that have I have done it previously in other years, and then I got away from it, but I want to try it again, and this is the hybrid gypsy pepper. So that's a sweet pepper, and I want to try these because this is the pepper that is actually ready in 55 to 65 days. I'm trying to do peppers that are a shorter season, since in our zone 3 we have a short season. Our last frost date is June the 2nd, and in the last 2 years, when even though our last frost date would be June the 2nd, I've put my plants out and waited until June the 4th or the 5th, but the last 2 years it has still hailed on my plants. And so I'm getting smarter. Last year I put my cozy coats around my peppers, and I'll be doing that again this year just for added protection. And I'll definitely be doing a video about that as well. I have done a video about that last year, but I will be doing a video about that again. I also, for my sweet peppers, I have 4 varieties of sweet peppers, and I have 5 varieties of hot peppers. So the hybrid gypsy is a sweet pepper. I have my Satsuma hybrid, another sweet pepper, California Wonder, and my Sweet Sunset. I really enjoyed Sweet Sunset. Was my first year of doing that, and I really enjoyed the Sweet Sunset. Now for my hot, I have my cayenne pepper, and I'm growing this so that I can dry them, and then I'm going to grind it down into a powder and use it for spice. My Primo Red Habanero pepper. This is one that it is a hot pepper, but it's about a third of the heat as a normal habanero pepper. Have my jalapeno pepper, and I like to use that for putting in some of my dishes. I also like to do pepper jelly with it, and you can do the cowboy candy with it as well. Tabasco pepper, I planted this last year. It didn't mature in the amount of time that we have. This one is 80 days, and there were no flowers on it, and I had no peppers on it. Of course, if there's no flowers, there's not going to be any peppers. So hopefully this year I will be able to, and I'd like to try to make my own Tabasco sauce with it, if I can get peppers on it. Then I have the sweet heat pepper. That was the one that I did last year, and I did not enjoy that pepper at all when I bit into it. It was sweet when you first bite into it, but then it has an intense heat after you've been chewing on it, and I couldn't even finish it. I literally spit it out on the ground. It was way too hot for me. So I'm going to start these peppers. I already have my tray. I have all my tags. I've pre-written all my tags, and I'm just going to start planting these. Okay, for my peppers, I ended up planting, I started 12 of the hybrid gypsy peppers. For the Sweet Sunset, I was able to start 12 of those as well. And for the Satsuma hybrid, I actually did 7 of those because I had 7 seeds left in the package. And my California Wonders, I did 12 of those. I did 10 10 of the jalapeno because that's how many seeds I had left in that. And I also did 7 of the habanero. I just wanted to use up my seeds on these hot peppers. And the sweet heat, I had 5 seeds left of the sweet heat. But I didn't have enough room to do my cayenne peppers. So I have another 2 cells set up, and I'm just got the dirt in them, and I've watered them from the bottom. I'm letting the water absorb up into the dirt. So I'm not quite ready to plant those yet, but I will be. And now that I've planted these pepper seeds, I'm just going to put a bit of dirt over top of the seeds. So once they get their 2 to 3 sets of true leaves, then I will be transplanting them into their individual cell, and that'll be a 3 by 3 inch cell. As for flowers this weekend, I actually got more of my Snapdragons that I have ordered, and I'm going to be planting 2 kinds of Snapdragons. I have the Little Darling Mix Snapdragons, and I also have the Mardi Gras Mix Snapdragons. The Mardi Gras, it has that they get 20 to 30 inches high, whereas the Little Darlings are only 10 to 12 inches high. I love Snapdragons. They have these long spiky flowers on them. They're so easy to deadhead as well, and once you've deadheaded them, they'll start up another new set of spike flowers coming up for them. My husband really likes these too. And then I will also be doing my Echinacea. Last year I did Echinacea, and where I planted it, it's a very, the soil is so hard. So I want to amend that dirt before I plant these Echinaceas in there, because I would like them, they are perennial, they will keep coming back, and I would like to have them in a spot where they are going to get the most full sun, but I also want to amend the soil so that it's not so hard, and then water it more often. That was another problem that I had last year, was it was off in a spot where I didn't water it as much, and they just never stood a chance. The dirt for my cayenne peppers are ready. They absorbed really quickly. In this batch of soil that I had put in, it's the Miracle Grow, and I added a bit of the vermiculite to it to help hold the moisture in. So I'm just going to plant these seeds. So I have a lot of cayenne pepper seeds, and I am going to do 12 of the cayenne peppers, and then again, once they have their set of 2 to 3 true leaves, then I will be transplanting them over into their own cells. My cayenne peppers last year did amazing. I had so many cayenne peppers on the plants. They probably outproduced any of my other pepper plants that I grew last year. Hands down, totally outproduced. So they should do well again. This is probably, for some of my seed packets, it's funny. This one, I don't know how many seeds were in this packet. I think there was probably close to 30 seeds in this packet. But some packets that you buy, you're lucky if you get 15 to 20 in a packet. This one had lots, and this is not one that I ordered online. It's probably one that I found at Canadian Tire or Home Depot or Walmart. I'm not exactly sure where I got this one from, where I got those cayenne seeds from. So now I'm just going to put a layer of dirt over top of these seeds. And I already have my dirt mixed up. So I'm just gonna put a little layer of dirt over top. And when I put them under my lights, I'm also going to put them on a heat mat because peppers definitely like the heat. This is the first time I've actually bought vermiculite to have for my seeds, or to have mixed in for my dirt when I'm starting my seeds. I'm just going to break up some of these clumps that are coming out a little too much. Because I had, about the vermiculite, I had read that it's really good for starting your seeds. It holds the moisture in the dirt really well. So I thought, well, let's give it a try. I have this dirt shovel awfully close to over my coffee cup, so hopefully I don't have any dirt in my coffee. It's not like I've never eaten dirt before. If you're a true gardener, you're gonna eat some dirt. I don't ever, like if I'm picking carrots out of the ground, I just wipe the dirt off and eat the carrot. What's a little dirt? Dirt makes you stronger, builds up your immunities. So I'm about to start my Mardi Gras Snapdragons, and I've decided that I'm probably going to be doing about 24 Snapdragon plants. So I'm starting with my Mardi Gras, and I'm putting 3 seeds in each spot to let them germinate. And I dump them on the plate so that I have a clear view of being able to grab 3 seeds at once. Snapdragon seeds are quite small compared to a lot of other seeds, and that's why I'm putting 3 in there in each spot, just so once they've taken on and germinated, then I will either, depending on if another spot none of the seeds took, I will move a plant over into another spot, one of the seedlings, or I will just pick the strongest seedling of the 3 and I will snip out the other 2. I don't know if you can see, like, those are definitely some small seeds. So that's why I put them on the plant, or on the plate, sorry, to get them so that I can see. And then I just carefully dump them back into the bag, and I just fold over the bottom so I don't lose any seeds. Now my Echinacea seeds are quite a bit bigger than my Snapdragon seeds. I'll pour them on the plate and then I'll let you look. Like, look at those. That's quite a bit bigger compared to the Snapdragon seeds. And with the Echinacea, I will put, I'm only going to put 1 seed in each spot. So they're not so small that I can get away with planting, just putting 1 in each spot. It's definitely a lot quicker doing it this way. I'm just gonna look up and see because these seeds I actually had given to me from my brother-in-law and my sister-in-law, So they just put them in a little Ziploc bag and put them into an envelope. So I got this envelope with the Ziploc bag. I don't really have any information on them. The only information I have is that they are a perennial, and oh no, here we go. Okay. Okay. This one has, after you've sown the seeds, then you're going to provide darkness and warmth. So then I will put them into one of my trays that I have a cover over, along with the heat mat underneath it, to get these seeds started. I didn't realize that they were, but I do cover these seeds, so I'm just going to lightly cover them with a little bit of soil, and then I'm going to move them into a different tray, because the Snapdragons need light, but the Echinacea need the darkness to germinate. So it's always good to find out exactly what you need to do with your seeds to have them be more successful. So I just wanted to show you here, these are the Snapdragons that I started February 26th, and they actually started sprouting on March the 6th. So that took them 10 days to start sprouting. These ones on this side, I actually separated a couple of them and moved them to a different spot where there was no Snapdragons. So these are my new Snapdragons that I just started today, and I have them under the lights now, and we'll see how long they take. That's my Mardi Gras ones there, and then my little darling ones over there. And then up top, I have my peppers under the lights. What I did with the Echinacea, down on this bottom shelf, I moved my Echinacea there. This light is not turned on, so I have them in darkness. I have a heat mat underneath it, and I have them under there in the darkness with a heat mat. And those I will just keep there until they begin to sprout. I also wanted to show you, this is my verbena, and it was the one that I had to have in darkness. I just took the covers off of them because they have sprouted. I'm so excited because this verbena was the ones that I had a hard time starting last year. So I put my verbena so that it had a cover over it, and I had them on a heat mat, and it said that it would take anywhere from 10 to 21 days. I did have it wrote down that they did start sprouting. In my notes, I started them on February the 26th, and they started to sprout on March the 9th. So that took 13 days for them to sprout, and now I have them moved out under the lights now that they've started sprouting. I'm pretty excited that so far so good. I mean, they're already doing better than they did last year when I started these seeds. So have some success there, so happy about that. So I'm just so glad that you were able to join me to start my peppers and to start my Snapdragons and my Echinacea, and just to kind of take a look at how things have been coming along with my other seeds that I have started. So next I'm going to write in my book what I started today, and I will make notes as the days go by, how they're doing. And I will also make notes as to what changes that I've done for today by moving things out in the lights, and so that I can keep a record of what I have going on. So I just want to thank you for joining me today. And if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And if you like this video, throw in a like. And we'll talk to you again next weekend. Bye for now.